Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called The Shanghai Kid, and this is a suggested YouTube video by YouTube user Delta8T8, but this is a versus fighting game, sort of in the vein of Karate Champ, but this is not good at all. This is created by a company called Taiyo, and licensed to Data East in 1985, and one of the games in this series of Shanghai Kid games is Flying Warriors for the NES and Flying Dragon for the NES. But it's a long series of games, and this is the first, and it's not very good at all. The basic idea is kind of cool. What you do is you face opponents one after another in an arena of sorts, and a circle will appear both on you and on the opponent, at alternate times. And the circle indicates a weak point. And if it's on your opponent, you want to strike at it real quick before it disappears. And if it appears on you, you need to block it. You have both a punch and a kick. And when you need to block it, you just pull back on the joystick, or back and up if the weak point is high, or back and down if the weak point is low. But later on in the game, the weak point just disappears so quick that it's almost impossible. This game really sucks, and there's no real bells and whistles at all to it. It really sucks. But after a match, or after a series of matches, there will be a practice. See, and you just practice blocking and attacking.
When you just talk about practice, we sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
Sorry, Iverson, but yeah, we're going to have to do practice here. But you can actually earn points during this practice. See, block when you see the weak spot. And then you attack when the mark appears on your opponent. And you try to drain their energy down enough so that they'll fall down, and then you'll hear a count, and they'll need to try to get up in time. And if you fall down, I think you mash the buttons to try to get back up before the count reaches 10. Sometimes there'll be a special move you can make if there's a word that appears on screen, and it's like rush or something. And that allows you to wail on the buttons quickly. Here we go. And just keep wailing on them. Well, that didn't last long. But you just keep wailing on them. Here we go. I mean, almost kind of disregard the circle on your enemy. Sometimes you can get thrown. If they lock their leg over you or something for a short while, that means they're going to try to throw you. And sometimes you'll be able to do a jump spinning kick. There, he didn't get up in time by the count of 10, so he's knocked out. You can score some nice points on this game. And the default high score is really low. But it's just so not worth it because this game sucks so much ass. And here's the second fighter. He's a boxer. You, I think, go through like 3 different opponents in this kind of arena. And then for the next 3 type of opponents, it's an arena in New York. And there's my rush attack again. And just wail on the kick, high, medium, and low as much as you can. You'll eventually connect. When the little circle is going to appear on him. See, now the circle appears and disappears so quickly. But he didn't get up by the 10 count either. And you get bonus points for your energy remaining and your time remaining. If the time runs out, it doesn't matter whether you're ahead or you've knocked the opponent down at all, your game will end. This game really, really blows. I think when he's got me frozen like that, I think he's trying to throw me. And And I don't know for sure if you need to wail on the buttons or something to keep from being thrown. Probably. But I'm afraid I just don't care because this game sucks so much ass. And there's my rush I can use. And it's out. Damn. You can see the energy meters on the far left. But yeah, the circle just appears and disappears so quick anymore that it's just about impossible to succeed on this crappy game. And at this point, you really shouldn't care. You should just be putting the game down and saying, "Yeah, I'm done." I don't know what the other. There, I got up at the 3 count. I don't know what the other games in the series are like. There, he got up. But I would hope to God that they're better than this. This is terrible. I had never seen or heard of this. And that's the 10 count, and I'm out. But those were the 3 initial enemies. You can continue. Then you'll face 3 more enemies in the New York arena. And you'll just keep playing them over and over again if you beat all 3. And in between that, you'll do another practice match. You'll beat those 3 opponents, then you'll do the practice, and then the 3 opponents again. You can also throw your opponent, I guess, if you're close. I mean, if you're really, really, really close, and I think you wail on the buttons, then I think you'll throw him. I don't know for sure because I just kind of gave up. I said, this game just sucks. I'm done with it. And you can continue, I think, just once. And you'll continue right from the match you left off on. But yeah, you have to beat him by the time the time runs out, and he has to be down for the 10 count. There's the New York arena. The sounds, the action, everything about this game just blows completely. Never seen or heard of this game, and I don't know if it even showed up in American arcades. I would hope to God not. What are they saying? I'm not sure. I don't really think I care. This game is definitely one of the worst arcade games I've ever seen. It's really, really, really bad. And I do like that concept where you see the weak point on yourself and your opponent, but this is just so clumsily executed and put together, just terrible. But again, this later games in the series had the Flying Warriors or Flying Dragon title, and there's a comic book version of the Flying Warriors in the GamePro magazine. I had it. Huh? Boy, that sounded horrible. Oh man, this game just sucks on so many levels. Well, I'll show you some snippets of the later fighters. There's, I think it was 2 other fighters, or maybe it was 3 other fighters, and then you just do another practice fight, and then you face them all again. There's a karate fighter. It's just the mechanics, the movements, everything about this game is just beyond horrible. Yeah, if your time runs out, it's game over, period. But here's another fighter, a guy with a golden mask. And then another fighter is a boxer with green gloves. And then you do another practice fight, and then you face them all again. But that was The Shanghai Kid by Taiyo and licensed to Data East in 1985. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching The Shanghai Kid by Taiyo and licensed to Data East in 1985. And I will be back with another couple uploads before I do the 20 from 91 series. Bye, folks.